Humans are one of the biggest factors contributing to water pollution. We may not think about this, but simple things we do every day could be harming the environment. For example, when we wash our cars in our driveways, the dirty water goes straight down into the sewer and into the waterways. When we use pesticides and fertilizers on our plants, the chemicals may pollute nearby land and water by washing into streams and groundwater when it rains. This has a serious environmental consequence because pesticides can kill organisms like insects, soil bacteria, and fish. Although fertilizers aren't directly toxic, they can seriously alter nutrient systems in freshwater and marine areas. This causes more algae to grow, which takes up all of the dissolved oxygen fish and other aquatic animals need to survive. Poorly managed water treatment plants can also be harmful. Pollutants can seep through the corroded pipes and contaminate our drinking water. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, in the past 3 years, 41 states in America have reported having higher than acceptable levels of lead in their drinking water.
EPA does not routinely monitor for contaminants that don't have criteria or effluent guidelines for them. What we do is encourage our state partners and utilities to monitor not only for those contaminants which are regulated, but also we want to encourage monitoring and pollution prevention, both through the pretreatment program and through other regulatory programs.
What is the most severe effect that water pollution can have upon environment and people?
You know, I have my stormwater glasses on. I'm really just thinking about water quality in our streams for our salmon. If you're talking about water quantity or quality for drinking water, those would be other topics. But for me, for stormwater, I think the threat is that we lose some of our endangered species, that we lose Chinook salmon, and that we have a potential to lose a lot more. We damage the habitat and we don't have the resources that we currently do. I think that one looming threat is climate change, and that our animal species can't adapt the way we can. And so at the rate that things are changing, it could be very destructive.
What are the potential problems that we could face while trying to improve water quality?
Oh, that's interesting. Perhaps not moving fast enough. Like I said, animals they may be responding to the impacts that we have faster than we can fix them. I see the road runoff challenge as significant, but also expensive to figure out and do the testing and figure out how do we fix these problems. So
194 of 4,864 water supplies around nearly 36 states had detectable levels of chemicals. 66 of those water supplies served about 6 million people in America.
Whereas in Flint, you've got these long rivers and you've got things happening, and think of the Mississippi River, and from the start to the bottom, all the things happening along that river that people are using and then disposing of some of their water, hopefully clean. There's a lot of different processes in place around drinking water. I think that there were some early warning signs that people should have taken seriously.
Some people believe that PFAS should not be regulated, such as industries, because they hinder the economy. Modern life relies heavily on the use of fluorochemicals due to their enhancement of functionality and durability of products ranging from airplanes to automobiles and cell phones. This category of chemicals, for which there is no feasible alternative in many applications, is critical for semiconductor device manufacture, the disruption of which would have expansive and detrimental ripple effects across the U.S. and global product manufacturing.
From the opposite view, if we don't regulate, it will hurt our ecosystem, such as losing species and changing the climate. At the end, the consequence of harming the environment comes back to us as our food chain is affected and living places destroyed. In addition, our economy is going to be negatively influenced. For example, fishing industry and tourism such as whale-watching tours are going to decline. What the government should do is to educate and outreach to people to advertise the ways citizens can protect their environment. One example of what people can do to help water quality is to go to car wash to dispose of the water with proper treatment instead of on driveways that drain water directly to the natural water sources. Furthermore, environmental concerns should be made on the top of government's list, such as funding programs to help to improve water with separation of drains, improvements in management of the system, and regulations over no leaking or dirty pipes in the city.